Morning, everyone. No one's in here right now, but you guys will watch this later, or somebody will. Maybe 10 years from now. Who knows? But anyway, we're getting headed out for our morning walk, me and Gypsy. It's 8 o'clock, almost 8 o'clock. We're a lot later than usual, but like I've said lately, with my knee being the way it is, we're not really on our old schedule anymore, or even a real schedule. Hold on a second, we're going to wait for traffic a little here. It's Saturday, so there's a lot of it. Field by our house. There we go. All right, girl. There you go, Gypsy. I'm not sure how far we're going to make it this morning. We're going to do our best to make it to the river. But man, it's a sunny day, that's for sure. Such a beautiful view everywhere you look here, even down the railroad tracks. That's very Stand By Me-ish. Which Stand By Me, the movie, was filmed, part of it in Cottage Grove, which is within an hour of here. Actually, less than an hour from here, I believe. I'm going to try to get you guys down to the river and show you where our river here feeds into the Pacific Ocean, 3.5 miles from here. Sorry, I lost track of what I was saying because I repeated myself because we lost the feed there for a second. All right, Gypsy, slow down. Wait for Dad. She's on a mission. Yeah, it's hard to teach her that Dad can't go as fast as she's used to. Mountain up there. This is a beautiful town. We're surrounded by mountains, sand dunes, and water on water on all four sides, honestly, because the river snakes all the way around. And then the ocean. If all the bridges were out, you wouldn't make it out of here. We'd be an island because of the river. Hey there, hope you're doing good, my friend. That road right up there is the evacuation route for a tsunami. Hey, how you doing, my friends? You go up that road right there when the tsunami sirens go off, which hopefully that never happens, but I've been evacuated once for a tsunami since we moved here almost 2 years ago. It happened last summer at some point, into summer, I believe, early fall. It's been a minute. It's going good so far, dude. Trying to get out on my knee before it starts really hurting me this morning. Try to get Gypsy out. We're in Oregon on the coast, west coast, United States, 3.5 miles from the Pacific Ocean, Reedsport, Winchester Bay area. I'm trying to get you to the water right now. We're a few blocks away if we can make it. Oh, no, it's too early for me to do that, but Gypsy had some bacon and I'm more of I smoke of an evening. Well, LOL, I eat of an evening after I smoke. I guess I should say now since I already let that cat out of the bag, huh? Where are you at, my friend? Yeah, we didn't, there's a small town right by here called, Gardner, I believe. They had a tsunami actually came up on the shore years ago. We were evacuated for one, and luckily by the time it hit here, it was only 3 inches to a foot, which didn't affect a lot, but it was very scary, very traumatic. I was a town away with my wife actually, and had our kids at home and Gypsy here at home by themselves. We were 20 miles away. We had to do 70, 80 miles an hour to get back home. Everyone was throwing stuff into their cars in the neighborhood. And it was cops going door to door telling people to get out. Oh, it was terrifying, dude. And I'm not used to driving these mountain or coastal roads from Malaysia. Dude, Malaysia, for real? How cool. That's very cool, and you should. Man, California is a beautiful place. That's right below us. We're neighbors with California. In fact, I'm less than 2 hours from the California border, I believe. Maybe more now that I'm over here on... Oh, I should be close to Crescent City still. So yeah, I'm a couple hours from the California border. Oh yeah, there's a lot to do here, that's for sure. Just with the ocean here and all the events they have, and there's always live music somewhere. Yeah, Oregon and the West Coast in general is very cool. Chainsaw carving. Reedsport here is known as the chainsaw carving capital of the world. Hold on. Gypsy smelling the flowers. She likes to do that. You can stop and smell the flowers, girl. Come on, girl. All right, we're almost there, guys. A couple more blocks. Come on, girl. This is what they call Old Town here in Reedsport. It's where all the older businesses and buildings are for the most part. Other side of town, about 2 blocks the other way from my house, another wood carving, is the Scenic Byway 101. Which is the most traveled highway in the United States. Dispensary. There, you really can't see it because of the sun. Speaking of dispensaries and stuff, is marijuana illegal in Malaysia? Oh, my family is good, sir. My family is good. Like I said, the only thing plaguing our family right now is my knee issues. And I have surgery coming up on September 3rd, if everything goes right. All right, guys, we're getting close. It's illegal here, sir. Oh man, that's what I was thinking, man. I just didn't want to say that out loud. That's scary, dude. Of course I wouldn't break any laws. I don't break laws here. Let alone somewhere else, but I will say that's harsh, dude. That's really harsh. I don't think there's very many offenses in this world a person should be done that way for. There's circumstances and extreme cases, but dang. That's awful. Oh no, it's a wicked world we live in, my friend. That's for sure. That's why we got to be the good in it, and we got to spread good in it. Let him work, Gypsy. Let him work. There you go. Good girl. Come on. Let him work. Got to tell her to let him work. Just bark at him. All right, come on. Good girl. Gosh. No, let him work. Let him work. There you go. Hold on 1 second so I can see your comment now that I'm out of sun. I have my wife drives a Chrysler 3000. I got an old 4-door. I think it's a Mazda, I'm not sure. Hoping with this whole knee stuff is done, I'm expecting a little bit of a settlement at some point for some other stuff. So I'm hoping to buy a travel van is my plan. Come on, girl, let him work. Let him work. There you go, good girl. The cleaning station for fish over there. There's a lot of fishing that goes on here. A lot of commercial crabbing around here too. Like the TV show, The Deadliest Catch. One of the ships featured on one of the seasons was from Newport, which is right down the road from us, like 10, 20 miles. Maybe 30 miles, because I believe Florence is next. Good morning, dude. Dog's name is Gypsy. I'm not a nomad at the moment, but that's me and my wife's plan within the next year or two. Hopefully, is to hit the road a lot more often. And got 2 kids at home, and they're not at home very much longer. And then we're gonna hit the road, and me, my wife, and Gypsy. That over there looks like a mountain. It's actually a sand dune right there. We have motocross, BMXers, ATVers, all kinds of types that come up here year-round to ride the dunes. And we also have an event here once a year, or did have up until this year. I don't know if they are this year or not, of a Dune Fest. Thank you so much, dude. All right, dude, man. Nice talking to you. All right, man. I hope you have a great day, great evening, whatever it is where you are. And thank you for subscribing. I'll try to find your channel and subscribe. If I don't, then leave me a comment sometime, and I'll definitely check it out. Thank you so much, man. You take care of yourself and take care of your loved ones. I was a nomad. Oh, dude, how cool. Like I said, I want to be a nomad. I do. I want to grab my ukulele. My wife makes soap and other crafts, and I just want to hit the road and, you know, live off whatever I make. And I know that sounds like a crazy plan, but that's really the kind of life that I'm trying to live. I'm poor anyway, so it's not like I have money or anything. I just have some stability with our apartment, and I have a few things that I enjoy keeping, but my possessions aren't as important as my freedom, especially getting older. Need to get a little more life experience under my belt. Almost to the river here. All right, hold on. Gypsy's got to pee. Good girl, Buggy. Call her Buggy, Gypsy Bugs. She's got a million different nicknames, as most doggies do. Smelling the plants. She usually stops and smells the flowers uptown. It's one of my favorite things about Gypsy. She reminds me to slow down and that we don't have to always be in a hurry. All right, guys. Take a look at this beauty. I'll show you the rest of it too. But this right here, this is where the Smith River and the Umpqua converge, I believe. I always call it the Umpqua, but I've been corrected by some locals. So I believe that's right. If not, then please forgive me and correct me. But this is freshwater and saltwater, also known as brackish. So we get everything from river otters here to sea lions. Me and Gypsy ran into a sea lion on the dock. Since then, she's leery of it. She'll go all the way through it once in a while, but not very often. She's very leery of the sea lions, as we should be. Also, 2.5 miles down that way, it feeds it, 3.5 miles down that way, excuse me, it feeds right into the Pacific Ocean. As you can see, it goes in and out with the tide. Such a beautiful river, guys. This is my favorite place here. All right, Abdullah, hold on a second. I just invited you to a party, a block party. Sorry, guys, I get rid of negative naysayers and people just trying to be jerks. None of us have time for that. Life is too short. The world's got enough ugliness. I don't even acknowledge it. I just get rid of them. I'm an all-inclusive guy. I want everybody to be good with everybody. And I know that's a crazy ideal, but I think it's reachable. There we go, very picturesque. You can see why they film a lot of movies here in Oregon and on the West Coast in general. That bridge over there is one of my favorite things in the world. Like I said, Stand By Me was filmed near here. Let's see, so many movies, guys. Fire in the Sky, the UFO movie about Travis Walton being abducted that was filmed in the 90s, was filmed in Oakland, Oregon, which is 10 miles from where we used to live. I've seen the Brockway store from the movie and the bar and all that. I haven't been in the bar, I don't drink, but I saw it from the outside. I don't have a problem with drinking, it's just not my thing. I've ruined years of my life with it, so all I do now is do my thing. Clean, sober. I smoke marijuana, I do. So I guess I'm what they call California sober. I'm going to try to show you some cool things up here if we can avoid most of the people down here, because they got dogs and Gypsy doesn't get along with dogs. She raises heck. So bear with me, guys. We're going to try to go up the boardwalk and show you some really cool things. By the way, I hope all of you are doing good. Even if you're bored out of your mind, I can't thank you enough for at least tuning in and checking it out. We do a lot of things on the channel. My wife does a lot of homesteading, baking, messing with her chickens, building chicken coops. My wife's an all-around homesteader type. I play ukulele and do a bunch of ukulele videos and private blogs and things like that. It's just our life. And a lot of gypsy videos, that kind of thing. Just a variety for people to check out. I even believe I streamed a movie on here one night, a free domain movie that we were allowed to, but Night of the Living Dead had a screening where we watched it from my living room. That was a lot of fun. There's the dock. It flooded so bad here a few months ago, the water was all the way up the dock. There's another chainsaw carving. All right, guys, this is the Big Fish restaurant. This is actually made out of the hull of a ship. A retired ship. You can actually eat in the wheelhouse up there. Me and my wife have ate there, but we didn't eat in the wheelhouse. We ate in the regular part of the restaurant. Service was very good. It was a very pleasant experience. I'd highly suggest it. Sorry to rush you, but I don't want Gypsy barking at people behind us. Come on, girl. Nope, we gotta go this time. Nope, come on. Come on. Come on. All right, guys, I'm gonna have to back her down this. She's afraid to go. This is the boardwalk where we ran into the sea lion. You sure you don't want to come this way, Gypsy? Come on. All right, well, we might be able to make it across. Hold on. There we go. What a view, huh? You okay, girl? Jumping around. I'm out of breath now. Hold on a second. Yeah, as you can see, the tide is out right now. I think it's actually coming back in, looks like. But yeah, usually all that's underwater, all the way up under the dock here. There's the backside of Big Fish. And yes, it's been sided over and stuff, and there's part of the building that's just a regular building, but the main part over there is a retired hull of a ship. That right there is a boat bridge. You can't actually travel across it by car or anything, but it swings open, and it's like a barge bridge, or whatever you'd call it. I'm not all that familiar with the terminology. I've been lucky enough to watch a couple. That's a bird. You go after that and we're both going in the water, girl. I've been lucky enough to watch a crab ship come through there, a big one night. It was a private one, a guy, his wife and their kid, which is really cool. Beautiful flowers. This is my favorite carving here in town. Right in front of the Lily Schooner Cafe. I've never been in there, but it looks really good, and I hear nothing but good things. This guy here has been looking over the place for who knows how long. I'd guess 30 years or more. All weathered and worn. Kind of keeping an eye on things, see? It's very symbolic. There's a lot of people lost at sea and recovered from the river and the sea here every year. The rivers and the sea, so don't blame it all on the ocean, you know what I mean? It's the rivers too. That's a very strong current. Like I said, it goes in and out with the ocean. And just the regular river currents around here, even miles away from here, will take you under. I'm not a strong swimmer, and neither's Gypsy. I take Gypsy and let her swim, but I keep her on a long runner and attached to me because I don't want to lose my dog in the woods or have her drown or anything like that. I'm one of those helicopter dads. Pretty flowers. Dude, my wife does a lot of homesteading on here. I do a lot of ukulele, blogs, videos of walks with my dog. We're not nomads yet. Right now I'm living in an apartment, broke as hell, but I'm not a nomad yet. Me and my wife are a year or two away from it. I'm waiting on a settlement that hopefully I get, and even if I don't, we're going to buy a van and we're going to hit the road. We have 2 kids left at home, and they're within a year of being able to be out on their own, hopefully. So we are definitely road bound. We're going to live off my wife making soap and crafts and me busking with my ukulele, as crazy as that sounds. Check this out, guys. So I'll be filming from California, Texas, you name it, real soon. Within the year. Hand-carved totem pole. There's a lot of Indian history around here and culture. Hold on. Come on, girl. Sorry, guys. Come on. I know, girl. The wet grass feels good to her, so she tries to lay down, and if I let her, then we'll never get home with my knee. God, what detail, huh? To be able to do that with a chainsaw and a chisel and hammer. And there's so many artistic people out here. Painters, sculptors, musicians, songwriters, poets, performance artists. The West Coast is the place to be. But yeah, we do a little bit of everything on here. My wife makes soap on here, cooks things from scratch, makes sourdough bread, builds chicken coops, you name it. Like I said, it's our life, dude. Know what I mean? And once in a while I talk about media like DVDs and movies and albums, because that's my thing, is I'm a music and movie guy for sure. So there's some of that too, man. There's just a little bit of everything. You never know what I'm going to blog about either. How's it going, dude? Good morning. Well, I can't see the comment before that. What's your... Okay, I already answered that. Hey, bro, I'm doing good. How are you? Hopefully good this morning. We're doing okay. I'm trying to inch my way back home now. This is the longest walk we've been on in a minute. My knees starting to feel it now. I'm awaiting total knee replacement, as most of you know, but I got a few months to go before that happens, a couple months, so I can't just lay on the couch the whole time, so I do what I can and I just pay for it later. Check out this building. Looks like an old, would make a great record store or Sanford and Son style junk store, you know what I mean? Gypsy, no ma'am. No ma'am. This is the backside of Old Town down here. Like I said, this is the older section of town. So there's a lot of abandoned buildings and a lot of yards for city equipment, that kind of thing. A lot of storage. I think we're going to go past the field over here, which is a pretty good view. Better view than this industrial stuff. Thank you so much. You don't know how much I appreciate that. I really do. And I'll try and check out your channel too. Like I tell everybody else, if I don't, man, if anything, even leave a comment on one of my videos. You don't even have to watch it. Just leave a comment and say, hey, man, could you please check out my channel? And trust me, I will. I'll subscribe to you and I'll check out your stuff. There's just a package on the ground, but I'm not touching it. No. It didn't have an address or anything on it. They work on medical marijuana of some kind in this building. They don't sell it out of there, but they work on it. I'm thinking it's for medical card patients only, which I use it for medical purposes and recreational, but I don't have a medical card, so that covers it. So because I haven't paid for one. It's one of my favorite places here. It's an old graveyard for few cars, trucks, old boats, RVs. I like looking at old rusted equipment and cars. I'm not a machine or a car guy. I'm really not, but for some reason I love seeing them in little graveyards like this. I really do. Don't know if you can see it. I'm trying not to take Gypsy all the way up in there because I'm wearing shorts. And the grass is tall, but there's a Trans Am back there. Not right now, my friend. I'm moving my way back from the river right now. This is, we've horseshoed around kind of and headed back. There we go. I love the old boats like this. I really do. Especially the bigger ones that a lot of people live on some of the docks here, more so down in California. Some here too, up the roads. I guess here and California and Washington live at the docks. Just pay a dock slip and live there in their boat. Which is very cool if you're into that. The water and me, not so much. I get into the ocean and I get into the river about knee deep. Waist deep at the most. And like I said, I'm not a strong swimmer. And Gypsy's not that strong of a swimmer either. She thinks she is, but she starts to doggy paddle and then she starts to go under after a couple seconds. There we go, a small boat, an RV. I really want an RV, but the way I watch the things mold and fall apart, and there's a lot of people out here that live in them, and you always see it, like I said, they're moldy, they're gross, they're falling apart. It's hard, if not impossible, to keep maintenance on an RV if you're using it and living in it all the time, because they weren't meant to be moved all the time or lived in all the time. They're just temporary vacation homes for rich people. And then us poor people end up getting them and living in them because that's the American dream that they've sold us recently. But hey, like I said, I'm trying to get a van and live in it too. More than likely keep an apartment for the first couple years as a go-home base. But yeah, planning on getting a 70s, 80s style box van type thing or camper van. Because like I said, it'll just be me, my wife, and Gypsy here at that point. But we're getting closer. Like I said, right now I got this medical issue to take care of. Before this time next year, actually if everything goes right, by December, January, I'll be pretty much recovered and ready to do my thing again. I do a lot of bending events when I'm not down with my knee like this. I sell used records, DVDs, used, sometimes antiques, collectibles, that kind of thing, at vendor markets where I go and pay for the day to be a vendor and sell to the public, kind of thing. And I had to cancel the last couple, including a record show that I was going to do in Roseburg, which is my favorite thing to do, is the record get-togethers. It's a lot of fun talking music and selling music, and teaching people about different bands and artists they haven't heard of, and gifting music to people a lot of times. Just like playing ukulele, I'm not all particularly that good at it, but I love it, and I love to spread the little bit of knowledge I have to people. And music is the universal language. It's how we communicate with each other. Everybody says it's math, everybody says it's this or that, but it's not. It's music. If I played something on my ukulele and sent it to a guy in Spain right now that didn't speak English, he would still be able to understand, and he'd be able to write back with his own song and communicate. There's a little bridge right there. All right, guys, we're getting really close to having to cross the highway, and then that takes us pretty much to my house, which I usually go all the way, but with the traffic, I'm gonna have to be paying attention to get Gypsy across. I want you guys to have a good day, and I want to leave you with these words. First of all, thank you all. Second of all, hit the like and subscribe if you like everyday boring stuff like this and other things. And I want you to take care of yourselves, because we only live this life once. And if you're not going to do your best to take care of yourself, then it's not going to be a very good life for you or anyone else. And second of all, take care of each other, because we're all we got. And I mean each other. That means every single person. You don't get to pick and choose, you know, that. We all take care of each other. You too, my friend. You too. Anyway, love and peace to you guys, and I'll see you super soon. Thank you so much for joining us. Come on, girl.